Welcome to week 176 of my renovation on Iris Street. My name's Adam, and I do absolutely zero renovating this week because I'm headed to Page, Arizona to run my second 50-mile ultra marathon. This one is going to be through Antelope Canyon, by Lake Powell, through the desert. So without further ado, let's see how I do. Welcome to week 176. I'm packed and off to Page, Arizona to run a 50-mile ultra marathon through Antelope Canyon. This video has been long in the making due to my busy schedule as of late, so thanks for sticking with me while I get caught up on videos. For those unfamiliar, my route will take me west from Denver on Interstate 70 through the Rocky Mountains, through Glenwood Springs, through Grand Junction, until at last I arrive in Utah to start forking south on Highway 191 to Moab. I decided to split my drive into 2 days, so for this first day of travel, I'll stop in Moab after about 6 hours of driving. To keep my stomach happy before this big race, I brought a cooler of things I'm used to eating, such as sandwiches, yogurt, and granola. On Friday, I leave Moab to finish my drive down to Page. This stretch will only take a few hours, so enjoy these shots of the changing country. Down at the race base camp, I get my race bib and drop off my drop bag, which I choose to have delivered to the Mile 25 aid station. I probably won't need it, but if I do, it has an emergency backup hydration vest and some basic first aid. These races are really well staffed though, rendering this drop bag nearly unnecessary. Before calling it a night, I do a little shakeout walk on the treadmill and then head to my room to study the course map before lights out. At 4:30 a.m., Carlos, Miguel, and I all meet up at the start. It's going to be a long but fun day. I have no idea what to expect, but I am fully planning to send it. Morale in these kind of races is always high in the morning and people are chattering away. But before long, the race sets in and people get to work. Within a few miles, the pack is starting to thin and I find myself greeted by sand, a beautiful sunrise, sand, fewer runners, and more sand. As it turns out, the first 28 miles of this course are run entirely on sand. I'm glad I brought my Ultra Trail shoes because they have a bit more tread on the bottom, providing some traction in this loose terrain. By the time I hit mile 7, it was clear to me that I was in the top 5 runners of this race. This was both exciting and scary. I felt like I was running a sustainable pace though, and if I could hold on, I might stand a chance at placing. the race ground on, the sun came out, I got more tired and thirsty, and started filming less and less. I barely filmed the iconic horseshoe bend here around mile 25. For the second half of the race, I was holding second place right until the final 8 miles where I got passed. I resigned myself to third place because I was pretty tired at this point, but as the miles ticked by, I started to reel in the guy in second until we were neck and neck. On the final 2 miles, which were pretty sandy, I managed to get the better of him, cruising to a finish of 8 hours and 45 minutes. Not only was this a 50-mile PR for me by over an hour, but it was my first time having a podium finish in a race. I'll take it. The only way to end a day like this is by having a big meal with friends, which is exactly what Miguel and I did. On Sunday, I decided to spend the afternoon in Arches National Park since I'll be driving through the area. I'm sore after yesterday's race, but not too sore to get out and hike around for a few hours. I can't even tell you the names of these formations and arches, so at the risk of providing zero educational value here, please enjoy my footage from Arches National Park. At long last, I'm back on the road after several hours of driving, and I'm blasting my way through the Eisenhower Tunnel on my final hour of driving back to Denver. Thanks for tuning in as always, and until next week, happy renovating.